Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I am your host, the Housecoat Gamer. I kinda changed my mind. I will do Alpha and Fakiri Return, but I'm still not doing the Vault.
One of the vessels that took part in the raid on Utopia Planitia has gone missing in the Orith system, in Romulan space. We received a brief burst from the ship's emergency transponder, but then it went silent. If this was a Romulan attack, we may have a new enemy to face in this war. Command has ordered us to go to the last known location of the ship. Once there, we are to find the missing vessel and recover the critical data, if possible.
I'm using the Kin-class Raptor, mostly because it's the closest I've got to Samra, and, well, it's also a mini version of the carrier, the big Volkov class. Of course, I had to modify the nacelle pylons to get it closer to that specification.
We have arrived in the Orith system. The bird of prey may be in orbit, obscured by the planet itself. It may have crashed on the planet or been destroyed here in space. It is time to begin the hunt. Ready to begin a sensor sweep on your command.
Start scanning.
There is too much radiation from Orith Prime. It's scrambling the sensor signals. We should narrow down the search area with more intensive scans of key areas. That small ion nebula is a good place to start.
It does look a lot like the Samra, doesn't it? That and the Volkov. I had to choose a different pylon style. Now I wish I could rotate those nacelles another, gonna say 90 degrees. Then it would really resemble the Volkov. But I got what I got.
Officers are skilled, my friend. We now have a detailed scan of the Ion Nebula. There is a cluster of debris behind the larger asteroid. Metallic content is consistent with a ship. That may be what remains of our missing vessel. If so, there could be something left to salvage in the wreckage.
That's a lot of fighters. Now, if only the Federation had Peregrine-class fighter squadrons. That's actually a little intimidating, now that I think about it. Recalibrating sensors.
I suspect that pirates have been ambushing ships in this system with traps like this for some time now. Crude, but effective. Many a freighter captain came through here trying to avoid inspections, only to meet a cold and brutal end.
Just goes to show you, don't avoid inspectors.
Sensors are picking up Romulan and Nausicaan alloys within the debris field, but nothing from a Klingon vessel. I'm reading an interesting radiation anomaly nearby. I think we should investigate it.
And investigate we will. The fighter squadrons were introduced with the Vaudeville class carrier. What's really disappointing to me is the fact that they didn't include Peregrine class fighters. But maybe that's going to be something at a later point. Hopefully soon. Stalker class fighters can only be mounted to, well, the Cat carrier, which I'm not playing with. I don't have enough missions for that, and I really don't want to do it with any of the Gamma Quadrant stuff, especially for featuring anything else.
This is Pirates Week, and we answer to no one. Leave or die.
Buddy.
We have no Ranma. We will never surrender.
You're dead. This is what you get for fighting me.
Nausicaan pirates. They must see the Romulans as easy targets. It is possible they attacked our missing vessel as well, despite the alliance between the Nausicaans and the Empire. Indeed. They should have known better than to challenge a Klingon. Wait. Reading an energy signature on the surface of Orith 2. It corresponds to that of a warp core. Indeed. And of the size and class used in a bird of prey. We need to get down there and investigate. The standard orbit established. We are in transporter range. Away team is standing by in transporter room 1.
Down we go. Welcome to the jungle.
Detecting bands of Vistrium in the rock formations here. It scatters transporter signals, so this is as close as we can get to the bird of prey safely. We should make our way to high ground and get an overview of the area. Then we can plan how to proceed to the crash site.
Straight line, preferably. Burning our way through.
What's this? My tricorder's range has been reduced by more than 60%. The Vistrium and trace amounts of Kelvinite could account for some of that. But no, there's something else. I think we're dealing with a jammer of some sort. Run a scan and confirm my readings.
Alrighty then.
There. Do you see it?
A duonetic field. Not enough to disrupt our weapons or scanning devices, but enough to, well, jam them.
Exactly. And naturally occurring duonetic fields would not be so constant in effect. This field is artificially generated. I'm sure of it. Be advised. That field will make using transporters difficult. I believe our weapons will still work, however.
I smell an ambush.
As I suspected, that field is making it difficult to maintain a sensor lock. It won't be safe to beam out of here without using a pattern enhancer. Picking up some energy readings to the south. The jungle is dense. Many life signs. Exercise caution. Dangers are hidden here. We are not alone. The rocks here form natural valleys and causeways. If we head to the low ground and follow the valleys, we should be able to reach the crash site.
We can't just burn our way through, huh? Can't just hail the ship and go, hey, could you bombard here, 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 and here? No, we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. We have ships capable of orbital bombardment. Precise orbital bombardment at that. Of course there's something ahead. That something is me being very angry.
Defeating the beast that killed this soldier would be a feat worthy of song!
What if he just fell, and then something nommed him? Alright, fine. Kill the giant Smilodon from hell. Not so worthy, was it?
The crash site is just up ahead.
Oh, how many Guns N' Roses puns can I fit into this vid?
There it is! The bird of prey! Recommend we run a baseline scan before we proceed. I do not like surprises. There have been too many of them here already.
Indeed. Scanny, scanny, scanny.
Those might be life signs. But the radiation from the ship's reactor is fouling up my tricode. We can't rely on our instruments here. Visual recon is our next option.
Of course it is. It's also usually the only option.
Come on. I am Katang, captain of what remains of this honored vessel. We were returning from a recon mission and encountered Nasakan pirates. One of them got a lucky shot and knocked our seal generator out. We were making repairs when the Hirogen attacked.
Of course.
Indeed. They are good at that. They jammed our transmissions and began to hunt us like animals. Shortly after, we crashed. I do not know how many of my crew remain. Several of them went into the jungle to hunt the Hirogen against my orders. Young fools. Always it is the brave ones who die.
That is the way of things.
I'm detecting level 3 radiation burns and severe heat damage. This warrior must have been very close to a power conduit when it exploded.
He died at his post. When the trainees ran.
This warrior survived the crash. A very sharp blade killed them, expertly wielded. By tracing the blood trail back to its source, I found a second drag path and 2 sets of footprints. I believe this warrior died trying to defend someone else. Someone who was then taken.
A good way to die.
I'm detecting electrical burns and plasma damage, along with pieces of shrapnel that could have come from an exploding console. This warrior died with honor. There's nothing that indicates they left their post.
As it should be.
This warrior was killed by blunt force trauma. The wounds could have been caused by the force of the crash. If the ship's inertial dampers were offline before the ship hit the atmosphere, it is likely that many of the crew were killed this way.
A nice reference to DS9 episode, The Ship, where all the Jem'Hadar died pretty much the same way.
This warrior had many internal injuries. Injuries that should have been immediately fatal. And yet, they survived for some time. And look! Their disruptor was drained of power. Every shot was fired. They died in battle.
Klingons. Oh look, a Romulan.
A Romulan. Not terribly unexpected considering where we are. But I do wonder why a Romulan is in the company of Klingon warriors. Keep him close for now. We can interrogate him later. Once we don't have to worry about the Hirogen putting their blades in our backs. That's all of them. Let's go talk to Captain Kitang.
Where is the enemy? I will die as a warrior. Do not let me die like this.
You will die on your feet, not on your ass. Here, take the hypo.
Faith returns. I will live to fight for the Empire. Do you hear, Hirogen cowards? Kitang, son of Karok, lives on. Meet me in battle, if you have the spine for it.
Look, you have data we need, Captain, so would you mind?
It is quite a prize indeed. Complete scans of the Romulan defenses, and a plan for a new type of warbird. Unfortunately, that green-blooded Petach over there detected us. Clever bastard was following in our warp trail as we left the Ratar system. Clever, but not clever enough. We detected him and disabled his shuttle.
I'm surprised you didn't just put a disruptor bolt in his head.
Oh, I've considered it several times. But my senior officers convinced me that Imperial intelligence might like a word with him. So we threw him in the brig. Since then, there's been nothing but trouble. The cunning Toba managed to sabotage our computers after the crash. He'd have done more if my chief engineer hadn't introduced him to the business end of her spanner.
Wrench wench.
They're functional, but barely. You should be able to extract what you need from them, but I would hurry before the power runs out.
I
Alright.
am getting power readings from within the ship, but they are at minimal levels. If we can find a working terminal, we can use it to access the ship's data core.
I would convince the Romulan to do the work for me.
I have the data. It's encrypted. But there will be time to deal with that later. For now, we should aid Captain Kitang and any other survivors here.
Alright. Oh. I guess that was completely edited out. It's been a while since I played this. Actually, the last time I played it was with my KDF recruit, which was... wow. Almost 6 months ago, I think.
Kapla! I'm ready to leave this wretched planet. Lead the way. I'll follow you back to the transport point.
Alright.
Go! Catch that Petach of a Romulan!
I realize there are a lot of, Predator references here, but... no. Why is it that The Guns N' Roses puns don't come to mind. I mean, I got Welcome to the Jungle. Why can't I have my fun and games? You know, if that was
Captain Katang must have had a bomb rigged to the warp core. He knew the Hirogen would be reading Klingon life signs up ahead. More survivors from the crash, most likely. These Hirogen have no honor. If they did, they wouldn't keep warriors caged like animals. Let us free these warriors and send them to the pattern enhancer for evacuation. Once that is done, we can return there ourselves.
Alright, let's free my people.
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this! Evacuate! As you wish. Should I see a Hirogen?
Honor to you and your house, warrior. You have my thanks.
I will not die in a cage, but as a warrior of the Empire. Kabla!
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this!
There's that Romulan again! Quick, grab him!
He is worth way too much trouble. I should really just leave him here. But Command might want his information.
I submit to your will. Among my people, that would make you bound to protect me as you would an honored guest. So guard me now, if you are truly honorable. A large force of Hirogen are coming this way. I won't survive without your assistance.
Oh, how tempting it is to leave you to die.
It's not clear what he knows about Katang's mission, but we do know that he wanted us to capture him and escape from the Hirogen. The choice is yours. Shall we take him with us, or not?
Fine, I'm taking him with.
You won't regret this. If I ever return to my home, I will tell my people that there is at least one officer of the Empire who truly knows the meaning of the word honor. Lead the way. I will follow willingly.
Don't make me regret this. Seriously. Phaser.
The Hirogen won't give up the hunt easily. In that, they are almost Klingon. Stay on guard. There may be more traps and ambushes ahead.
Of course there are. They're Hirogen.
These scheming Patak are using me and my crewmates as bait for their traps. There is a spatial charge underneath me. It is wired to explode if I move. You might be able to disarm it if you cut the right wire. Save me, or let me die with my honor intact.
I'm not gonna leave the guy to die, as tempting as it might be. Green, orange, red, disarm. Oh, look at that. Kindly join my army of the Borg.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site.
I gotcha. Green, orange, red, disarm.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site.
Next. Green, orange, red. Where are my Borg buddies? Borg buddies are that way.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site.
Yeah. Green.
The warrior to the evac site.
You know, I've never really learned what the Thompson submachine gun counts as an STO. I presume it's a rifle, but...
There you are! Let us talk of victory!
How did you survive a warp core breach?
I killed the Hirogen leader in battle, and then caught most of his witless lackeys in the blast. It was glorious! Halus himself could have done no better.
Sacrilege.
But there is still glory to be had, brave warriors. A second Hirogen Alpha still lives. He has been chasing me through the jungle. Now, we will fight together, side by side, with honor. Death to the Hirogen! Kablah!
Alright.
That was just a prelude. The Alpha is coming.
Hello.
He's hiding. Watch for his minions.
I have a small army of Borg. I win.
It has been a day of glory and of honor. Know that you are a friend to me and my house. What you have done for me and my crew, I will never forget. When we meet again, we will drink a barrel of my family's finest blood wine. Perhaps two, if we're still standing after the first. Ha!
Maybe this guy is the one who makes Martok's favorite blood wine.
Truly? Good. I have so many questions for that miserable Karut. He will wish for the tender mercies of Imperial intelligence when I'm finished with him. I may let them have him. Or, perhaps, I will drag him by those pointed ears all the way to Rura Penthe.
Alright, let's just go. Get off this planet.
We are cleared for transporter operations and can leave at your command.
I was ready to leave long before we got here. Why aren't you guys beaming out?
This was a good victory. Though Katang's ship is a loss, he lives on, a strong warrior and hero of the Empire. He will critically reduce the supply of blood wine in the first city while he celebrates. But that is a small price to pay, I think. You and I both know we need all of the stout fighters we can get if we are to defeat the Federation. Saving warriors like Katang will help us achieve that victory. But I've chewed enough ligament here. Until we fight together once more. Serve with honor, my friend.
Everything we do.
Well, I guess tomorrow I deal with hell. Literally. Housecoat Gaming, signing off.